Hi, this is DarkFox127 and welcome to another Starfield Creation Kit video. In today's video, I'm going to pretty much be uploading a VOD from my Twitch channel. I wasn't planning on doing this. However, pretty much the same day as I released my installation video, I did a live stream and then I came to realize that a lot of the stuff that I do plan on having condensed videos for that will take a lot more development time, I pretty much covered there. So if you're interested in essentially, how do I make a basic mod? How do I navigate some of the creation kit? What's the difference with having an ESP versus exporting it as an ESM, having a light ESM, medium ESM, all of that sort of stuff. This video will be for you. It's not too long. It's relatively short. You can skip on through it. And essentially, it's just me recreating a mod of mine that I did do in xEdit a few weeks back. Then the kit released, so I've pretty much just recreated it in the creation kit. Seemed like the easiest way of doing it, and that is the Starfield Survival Sandwich, which is essentially a mod that aims to fix some of the sustenance system that the vanilla game introduced in one of the latest updates to the game. So if you're interested in just knowing a little bit more about how to navigate it and things like that, and you're interested, continue and watch. Yeah, that's it. So I'll let you jump into the VOD. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. I'm a little bit better than I was, maybe, kind of. I'm still going to keep coughing. Hope everybody's doing good. Fuck am I doing? Phantom, welcome on in. What am I doing? Help. I think I know what I'm doing. Let's just say let's create a backup. Let's back this thing up. Let's open the creation kit. Zoom in. Thank you for the bitties, Phantom. What am I planning? I don't know. You tell me. Welcome on in, Stream Traveller. I think I'm going to see if I can very quickly and easily, now that I kind of understand things, convert my Starfield Survival Sandwich into the correct file type. Nah, TTS died. I don't know. It's been weird. I don't know where that's gone. Playing kick some sorry Crimson Fleet arse. There you go. So I'm probably just going to try and quickly, easily convert this, slap it upon Xenexos, and then play a bit maybe. Gotta say, kind of excited to release my first video, which I have done, by the way. I've released how to install the creation kit, because I can see immediately many people being thrown off by the fact that it's not actually a tool in Steam. So with the old CKs, if you go into your library and then you narrow down via tools and then you type in creation, you get the creation kits. So you get the creation kit, the Starfield creation kit is now there, but like by default it's not there. You have to like find it out on the search page, on the store pages. Where's the Fallout creation kit? Is that actually the same? Did they ever move that? Yeah, they did. They did the same with that in the end. That's got a store page. It doesn't just like show in your tools. That's weird. You have to add it to library. That's bizarre. Okay, that does the same thing then. Oh, that creation kit's so much uglier. I mean, I know it's roughly the same thing, but it just like... I don't know. Anyway. Right, has this loaded? I think it has, hasn't it? Let's do compact archives to small master. You must have an active file. Oh, shit nuggets. Hang on. Is this not like a thing then? Just get me up and welcome on in. Were you able to figure out how to generate POI world space creation work? I haven't done hardly anything in the kit itself, because I've had to work, so it's only what I've been able to do in between work, which is really wrap my head around master files, do a video. That's about it. So this is interesting because it needs to actually be active. So can you now set that as the active one? Like, what if that wasn't there? Then you set that as active, because you can't set that as active, can you? This is a whole new kettle of fish. This then keeps the original ESP, doesn't it? It does. Oh man, people are going to have to wrap their heads around this, so I've already got another video planned. But this is interesting. How do we do this in a way that works? This track can fuck off. There we go. Interesting. So I've already got the free content, by the way. Also, there's a dark mode. I found it. It didn't take long, but it's not really a dark mode. I'm so sorry, but this is not dark mode. It does say experimental, but I kind of feel like the whole "it's in beta" is a bit of a cop-out for things. But dark. Look at that, guys. That's the dark mode. Now that single bar along the top and a very thin bar along the bottom are now dark. And everything else is still white. I really hope they dedicate some time and energy and resource into actually making a dark mode, because that ain't dark mode. That's abysmal. It might as well not be there, because it's not helpful. I got all excited because I looked at it. I was like, oh my god, dark mode. And then I was like, no, it's not. Oh well. Alright, anywho. So, what I need to do here. Can I filter this via only what I've edited? What do these buttons do? Expand and collapse. Data view. Layout. I haven't got my head around that stuff yet. Let's see. Can I do that? Let's do, say, magic potion. It's not labelled as like starred as if you've edited it. But if we were to go to a drink alcoholic bottle, it's not edited at all. Now, okay. I think I know what I need to do. No, I don't want to save a plugin file. I forgot about that. Let me change it. Let's remove that. Let's do Starfield. Done. Thank you, Phantom. Changed it. And then let me just update my stream deck so it reflects it. So if we can do this, and then we do like a multi-action, then what we'd want to do in our multi-action... No, I want this in the multi-action, you bellend. Right, then what we need to do is change the thing, so it's not a chat mission, it's not a mission. Stream or game title. Does that also do the game title? Oh, okay, it does it in one. In which case, what we need to do is this needs to change it to Starfield. And that way, that does all Skyrim. No, they never separated and made them one. Cool. That's just going to be stream testing. Be just chatting. That'd be Starfield. Cool. There we go. Fixed for next time. And then what we want to do here is we're going to load up the creation kit. I'm going to make the mod again. Right, and then what we're going to do, we're going to go open and we're going to do Starfield. And I think before it had a reliance upon blueprints for ships, which I really don't think we need. Is this going to be a complete knob? Yeah, it is. All right. Blueprint ship Starfield. Then it comes with base game notes, hardcode, not even fixed loadable. I have no idea what it is. It contains a ship designs. Ship designs. Oh, we're not doing anything with ship designs, so really we don't need to have that. We just need the master file. If we do that. So here's how this is going to work now. We're going to have an ESP file which acts as your your editor file in the creation kit for making changes, manipulating shit, throwing new things in. And then when you've got a version of your mod ready to go, then you will export it as an ESM, and it's going to be either a light, a medium, or I think just a large. But it doesn't say large, and it's going to export it as the ESM that you need. And that ESM is either going to be, the large is the full master file, the medium is something that's maybe like a DLC size-ish mod that adds like new planets and shit or something. And then you've got like a light master, which is essentially what the ES cells turned out to me. And depending on which one you select, it takes up one of X number of slots in your load order for that type of file. So everything should really be shared as master files now, not ESPs. ESP should really be your editor files, so you'll kind of end up with a creation kit file essentially, and then you'll end up with like a release file. And then obviously if you need, you then generate archives for things like meshes and textures and blah blah blah, and you slam it all into a packaged up BSA or set of BSAs. That's as I understand. Now what we want to do here is pretty much we are going to load up xEdit and remind ourselves what exactly we did when we didn't have Creation Kit in order to make this. Give this a second. There we go. And we are going to load up the Starfield Survival Sandwich. And this is how I made the first mod, which was like a week ago because I didn't have CK. Then they released CK. We've got much in the way of comments. I think we have. Hello, random blonde lady with way too much makeup on. What is this? No, skip. There we go. Casey makes a choice. Ooh, people like dialogue. Oh, cool. I'll answer those later. Yeah. Okay, cool. Still building refs. Nice. Can I? No. I'll wait for it to finish. Have an idea for a follower mod, but honestly, not sure where to start with follower stuff in Starfield CK yet. I'm trying to unravel it. It's different. It's very different. Plus, I think most of the followers are kind of, I think they're one or two things. They're either unique, and they're going to have all their own voice lines and quests probably governing them, or they're going to be sort of the generic people that you can kind of bring on board as crewmates, generic crew. I just don't feel like followers are quite going to be as generic as they were in Skyrim anymore. And the bar's going to already be so high that I think any followers that come out are kind of going to be expected to be full-blown voiced, honestly. I think we're past just having generic followers, if I'm honest. Right, where are we? Are we Jesus! Why aren't we loaded yet? What's going on? It should have cache data. I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to sort all of this. Did you get your free credits, Phantom? Build and saving references. Oh my god, it's still going. I don't think we're going to get any game time in at this rate. I want to make this in about 20 minutes. It's taking 20 minutes to load this. Errors. Please go away, errors. I don't like them. Can I just view what I've got here? Maybe I can. Maybe I'll just let it fuck about. Alright, so we're looking for globals for sus. Sod it. Let's start this off. Let's first save. So we're going to make an ESP, which is going to be the... I'm going to call it SSS, and then I'll just rename it afterwards. So I'm going to save it as SSS, and I'm just going to go back into data. Under SSS, I'm just going to put created by Starfox 127. And then... funny I put that because I haven't put any of my mods on my website yet. Right, so let's look for sus under miss global. But here are the values. A number of these aren't used, and what we did was we took 3 and made it 3600. So as you can see here, these are supposed to be different tiered values for the sustenance system. The top one, 0, it's not used. It was used and then it was scrapped. Tier 1 should not be this. It should be 2200, I think. And then 2 should be the same, and then it should be 3600 for this. So we don't need to care about that. We don't need to change the second one, and we do want to change number 1 and number 3 and save. So that's the first part of this done. Ingestibles I will come back to in a moment. Then what we want to do is take a look at keywords. So interestingly, this still hasn't finished loading, which is going to make this a little bit harder to sort out. I'm not sure what the fuck it's doing. But there are keywords for sustenance that we want to locate. So we're going under MISC and keyword. And we have negative, positive, all those things. What did we change with these? I think we changed their names so that food positive and drink positive were nourished and refreshed. That's it, the display name. So that becomes refreshed. That becomes nourished. And then we've actually got icons here, which are nice. We're still loading. Oh, God. Right, so keyword changes were the names. Then we're going to go to messages. Now, because I've only made changes to 2 keywords, changes to 2 globals, those are fine. Then I believe, so I want to know what here is new and what isn't. I don't really understand what's happening with xEdit at the moment, because it's just finding errors everywhere. It's pissed off about one of the masters, which is really annoying, and so it won't filter anything for me. This could go on for a long time. I don't know what it's doing this for. But I suppose we'll find out. So let's have a look at the description effects. So the descriptions for the effects are something that I want to take a look at. So if we do... Let's type description. They do this with magic effects. And what we've got here is tier 1, 2, and 3 for drink. And then if we pull these apart, basically what we want to do here is all these are saying hydrated for 30 seconds. I don't know how I figured all this out in fucking xEdit alone, but I did. So tier 1 is actually going to be for 20 minutes, I should say. And we're going to go with refreshed for 20, and we're going to put minutes. Or do we want to keep it consistent? Maybe we keep consistent with whatever they're doing. So we're refreshed, and then tier 2 is 30 minutes hydrated, and then we're going to put well hydrated for what is actually 60 minutes there. Right. Then what we want, description 1, 2, and 3 for drinks are fine. Then we're going to pull out the descriptions for food 1, 2, and 3. BSG Masters. BGS Masters. Yeah. So let's do 1, 2, 3. So we're not going to go with fed. We're going to do nourished for 20 minutes. And then 2 is going to remain the same. And then this is going to be well fed for 60 minutes. So that's the descriptions done. What is happening here? What is happening? Right. So as your descriptions, your tiers for your various descriptions should be done. Yeah, because I didn't need to change 2, so I've got 1 and 3, 1 and 3 change for both. Then what we've got are consume potion PEO. So consume potion, and we've just got to go with the effects. So we're going to go with drink tier 1, drink tier 2, and drink tier 3. And we're going to start with those to see how we get on. And what we did here, so drink tier 1, and again, because it hasn't highlighted anything for me because it's busy fucking about with all of that, I can't actually tell what I'd change, so I'm gonna have to remember. Oh bloody hell, it was conditions. Tier drink effect conditions, that was it. So consume potion was mainly condition based, but the magic effect, the message tiers, they have anything? I'm kind of confused why they don't have any numbers assigned to them. But let's roll with it. So basically we want to check that the condition has magic effect tier 2. So in order for one to work, they cannot have a tier 2 magic effect, I believe. It's got 2 things here. or 3. The first one is standard. The next one is equal to 0. So they don't already have a tier 2 and they don't have a tier 3 consume potion drink. So that's what we want to set up. Okay. Okay, now what all does this work with? Any kind of ingestible foods and not aid items like health and aid items? Yeah, it's just food and drink that we're changing. Sustenance doesn't piss about with any aid-based stuff, so we don't need to touch them. Right, so this already has the one condition. Now what I'm going to do, and this will be a lot easier to do in the kit, has magic effect, and then we're going to search for PO consume potion, and that's going to be drink tier 2. What? Why is it showing everything twice? Who the fuck knows? Who is this running on? The player. So, is equal to 0. I'm going to move that down. And then that's also going to be tier 3. That's still showing double. What the fuck? So that's what we want there. Then did we do any changes to the other tier? So drink tier 2 was only checking 3. This is making sure effects do not stack. Okay, beautiful. Now, with those tweaked, because I don't think we need to change 3, or do we? No, there's no conditional change on 3, so I'm a bit confused why that's showing. And again, I'd know why it's showing if I could actually see this highlighting what I'm doing. I think I know what it is. I think I need to check the properties for each of those 3. So the consume drink tier 1, 2 and 3 effect. Also, I think my brain was getting very confused. That or this really is a weird mess. No, it is showing them twice. Weird. Okay. So the other thing that they then did is they set the property on the script to the same bloody thing. What the fuck am I looking at? Why can't I change this? I don't think that's where that changed. Ah, it's loaded. Finally. So what did I change? Tier 1 was just that. Tier 2 was that. And then the property on tier 2 changed. Tier 1 potion hydrated. Changed to tier 2 potion hydrated. Edit value. I can't... What in the fuck? The what? That's fucking weird. Why is it doing it that way? Ugh, who knows? Was that tier 2 effect that changed on? Yeah. We don't want to change it on that. So tier 1 is done. And then tier 2... What's this to change? Right. And then this one is probably the same story. Yeah. That's it. So now we've got to do the same for drink. Well, the food and drink had a little bit more value, but it was all set up either incorrectly or they just decided to keep it so simple that it made sustenance pointless. They had a 3-tiered system, but they didn't utilise it, basically, so I'm restoring that 3-tiered system somewhat. So what we've got here, let's change the scripts first, because we know they're... Actually, no, we won't. No, we'll actually put these in. This is going to have the same ruling, but rather than drink, it's going to be food effect tier 2. And then it will be food effect tier 3, I believe, if we're dealing with tier 1. Yeah. 2 and 3. I didn't need to change. That's fine. And this one, this is where it's going to be food tier 3, I believe, for 2. Yeah. And then what we do is update this so that it's 2. Then we update this so that it's 3. Okay. And then that means that we've sorted out the magic effects for the food and the drink tiers and the descriptions, and then new were these messages where they were essentially message effects for sustenance. So if we go into the... Were they messages or were they also magic effects? No, these were also magic effects. So they've got a magic effect for each message, apparently. Here we go, drink and message effect. And what I'm going to do is make a new one of these. So this is then going to be SSS underscore. And it's going to be effect. And then I made one for each of these. So we need a tier 1 and tier 3. Do 3 there. And then we'll do a food message effect. Can you guys see the names of stuff clearly enough? Is this zooming enough? I haven't messed with anything about sleep. Sleep is interesting. Sleep, if you sleep or wait, which is a current bug, it just seems to wipe out any of these buffs. Like, they've fucked up the timing of these things. If I was making my own, if I was actually making my own basic survival needs system, which I'm not doing, by the way, then I wouldn't do it this way. I wouldn't even go near magic effects. It should be working off of game time and calling for updates. It shouldn't be working off of magic effects that get skew-iffy with the timing and stuff. Potion food SSS01. So we want a 01. Use that as a new thing. And then we do potion food 3. And then we call that 3. That should do that. Let's create a new one. And then what we want is each of these are going to utilize a message. So this is default message on start. So we need a message for each of these. So what we want is PEO under messages. And what I did, I believe, is just edited messages because most of them already exist. So you are now fed became well fed, and you are now hydrated became well hydrated. So these standard ones got edited. Because as you can see, they've already got the messages, they just didn't use them. But then I just needed to amend the ones that were in use. So that would have been the fed message, or the well-fed messages, sorry. So the well-fed and well-hydrated need to actually have well on the front of them. Go. I believe that's all I changed. Yeah. Right, that's good. So the messages are done. The magic effects are done. Although they're not 100% actually. Hang on. So I've done the messages, but I haven't done them. So if we've got PEO and then we go to... let's just save that. And then we go to magic effect here. What we want to do is go onto the message for 1 and 3 and change them. So for 1, we want to make sure this is correct. So this should now be saying refreshed. So that should have the refreshed message for drink 1. And then drink 3 should have the well hydrated message. And then messages here, this one should be the nourished message. So you can see I actually stuck with the intended naming scheme that Bethesda had kind of put in there and suggested. And then what we've got is the well-fed for 3. And then if we wanted to, we could double check what the actual messages are saying, which should just be standard. Which are, yeah, hydrated and fed. So then with that change, that means that we've done the messages, we've done all of the magic effects, we've done both keyword changes, and all we've got left to do, because we've done the globals, is the ingestibles. Now, before I go into the ingestible testicles, I just need to change the sus drink tier for potion and drink as well, that these have incorrect values for. So if I go to drink tier 1 first, so what we're looking for is ingestibles, which isn't ingestibles, that's just how xEdit currently names them. They're actually in potions, and there they are. Drink tier 1, 2 and 3, and food tier 1, 2 and 3. So if we shift those out of the way, and then we have these have a lot of incorrect shit on them. Or some incorrect shit on them, at least. The durations are incorrect, I believe. So let's see what we actually changed. So the drink tier 1 had to change everything from 1800. So is tier 1 for drink showing incorrect values? It doesn't seem to be anymore. interestingly. And then 2 is that, and then is 3 now showing 36. I think that might be something they actually corrected. But they still forgot to update anything else. Because in the patch notes it mentions something like that. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I could probably go in and make a whole needs mod, but they already exist. Like, highly complex mods already exist for needs stuff, so there's no point me replicating those. I could probably make a more cleaner, immersive version, but I'm not really too fussed. I just want to fix what we've got, basically, for the base game stuff, what that touches. I don't want this to go out of scope, especially when I've got other ideas. But yeah, the waiting and the sleeping and stuff is iffy. There's some weirdness in terms of the different times, planet versus ship and whatnot. It has 2 different times, isn't it? Time zones, essentially. This is very interesting, because these were definitely incorrect before. And I like that the patch notes think they fixed it, but they've only partially fixed it. But it mentioned stealth. It didn't mention anything else. It didn't mention this. So what about food tier? What's food tier doing? One of those is incorrect. That's correct. That's all correct by the looks of it. Okay. Also, this has a UI icon. Sustenance food +1. Sustenance food +1. These are potentially also incorrect and need updating with keywords. Something I hadn't noticed. This hasn't been thoroughly fixed. Alright, so firstly, let's focus on drink, because what we've got here, we've got UI icons. Where do UI icons live? They're going to be here somewhere. It's probably not going to be labelled the same, is it, as for the type? Keyword type. So it's got a keyword for an icon with a personal effect. And that's probably hardly any different. So what keywords have we got, and are we making use of them? We have use information. Usually use information is over here somewhere as well. Yeah, they've forgotten to use them. Is there really any difference though? Have they really done anything different with them? Don't feel that they have, other than the displays. They are a little bit different. They should be using them. Okay, wonderful. Did we not change that then here? Because there are effects. There are names. So firstly, let's focus on the names. So this needs to be refreshed. That's hydrated. And that's well hydrated. Any major differences between CK and Skyrim CK? Quite a lot, because there's also a lot of the innovations that came with Fallout 4's Creation Kit on top of additional ones that have come with Starfield Creation Kit. I would recommend watching Eleonora's, I think it's about a 10-minute video on like top 5 tips, especially when it comes to like render window stuff. There's some really cool shit they've done. So we've got refreshed, hydrated, well hydrated, and then what we want here, this is using +1. This needs to use drink +2. Not +1. And it's using well hydrated for tier 3. That needs to be +3 actually. Drink +3. So that's for that. That's well hydrated. This has the refreshed keyword, and then it's +1, and then this one needs to have the +2 in it, and it's got hydrated. It needs to be positive. It's possible Bethesda will fix this a bit more, I would hope, but fuck it, I'll do it for now because I've already done it. I might as well get it shifted and then uploading stuff. It's all good. Drink +2, so that's the keyword that's updated and changed. All the durations there seem to be correct on all of these. So I would probably go ahead and say yes. I've updated the names. Else here. So what did I change effect-wise? There were some effect changes. It's got a dummy effect 3, a message. Sorry guys, I'm going to be very slow reading chat because I'm trying to get this made. No, it's magic effect again, isn't it? So it's essentially that. So it needs to be SSS, drink message. Drink message 3. So what's changed here? Message changed. Message tier 1. Dummy effect, carry effect, melee effect. Why is such of a disparity? I feel like there's something else I changed here. I think there's something stupid here that shouldn't be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So do the creation kit to just work when loading the base ESM files. Every time I load ESM, even the Starfield, it tries to load 2 minutes later, instant CTE running 2 gigs, dims, clean install 2 times. You can follow my new video on installation. Otherwise, I don't know why it'd just be crashing. If you're running it through Mod Organizer, I'd check that you haven't got any mods on that are pissing it off and that everything's all up to date. There's a lot of new stuff going on. New CCAD landscape edited textures a bit different, as well as whole planet generation thing, but it's quite confusing without a wiki. Yeah, wikis. The wiki's currently down, so I think, well, I'm hoping that that's because they're actually updating it and they're going to throw a bunch on there. Trosky, welcome on in. How you doing? I'm doing good. CK is interesting, to say the least. I've already got like 2 or 3 videos that I need to make. It's just finding the time between work. And actually wanted to play the game a little bit, which I was hoping to do today. But Right, okay, so I'm a bit confused here because drink... Oh, is it food tier 1 that looks like we removed something there? Let's stick with this remaining quite simple in that I think the effect stayed the same and I just swapped out the effect messages. Yeah, okay. Let's stick with that then. So we've got drink tier 1 and now we've got dummy 1 for drink and drink message standard, which is interesting because that means that needs to actually be 1. Message effect 1, message effect 3, swapped out, 3, 3, thingies, boom, boomed, refreshed, well refreshed. Icon sustenance drink positive 3, positive 1, boom, boom. And then 3 to normal, done, all good, all the values, the hydrated, the positive 2, the keywords, all looking good there. Let's say that's all good and let's move on to this. This still has the incorrect effect on it that shouldn't be there, which is potion health effect, I believe. That's what should have been removed. It is potion food. No, it's not potion food. It's... There is one of these that was removed. Potion health effect. There should be no potion health effect. Or one of them should be gone at least. There's an effect here that does not belong. Description. Was it description? Yeah. Bye. And then these look like they're incorrect here. This should be 12. Duration is stating a global. That's fucking wrong. 1200, 1200, 1200 done. Boom, there we go. Tier 1's done. Tier 1 should be... So the name, the tier, message, positive 1 for food. Then we want positive 2 for food. And then we want positive food 1. Oh. Didn't change that. Yeah, just keep an eye on the stream for me. Make sure none of you troublemakers cause any trouble. He has a stick and he's not afraid to use it. The phantom stick. Right. thought I'd messed one of these up. That's why you double check your work. Especially when you're me. I will tend to get very excited and click on the wrong things. Boom, that should be pretty good. Oh, sorry guys. Right, that's poached and stuff. Now all we have to do, and this is the easy bit-ish, we have to find everything that is an alcoholic drink, because this is the silly williest part of this thing. We need to go and find anything that is labelled alcoholic and change it. So we can put ALC. Thankfully, I will give Bethesda this. They did a lovely job of putting ALC there, so you knew what's alcoholic and what isn't. So non-ALC, ALC. And essentially, we want to go through, and anything that is of an alcoholic beverage should not be giving you any form of hydration. So we're just going to go through any alcoholic drink, and we're going to remove the effects from them. So I'm just going to open a bunch of the alcoholic drinks, and I'm just going to get rid of those effects. And then there's some stuff that I've added additional effects to that I felt should really have been there. Right, I'm just going to see how much we can break this creation kit, because we really haven't tested it quite to its limits yet. So let's stop at drink packs. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that horrendous shadow mess. That is beautiful. And every time we confirm one of these, it's going to refresh the entire object window. Nice. And I knew some of these were in a different order. I could tell how xEdit shit itself whenever I removed them. Man, it's good to see this stuff in the creation kit now and confirm some of the stuff that I thought was interesting. We know if we're getting near the end because we just see this shadow behind every single window slowly disappear. Getting smaller. Should be able to highlight a batch and they're all open. Click on one, scroll down, click on the last. Should open all of them. Oh, really? Okay. I might do that with the next. I'll do that with the next batch and see if it works. Bit of a potluck situation with the CK sometimes in terms of what it will and won't do that you would expect it to. I'm actually really happy with the performance of this kit so far. I mean, I'd be interested to know how much RAM we're currently using. Starfield Creation Kit. System requirements were minimum of 32 gigabytes of memory. xEdit's currently using 9.3. It's only using 3.5 of Starfield. I have seen it on idle used like 12 to 16, but it's weird. Right, so now we do not want the non-alcoholic drinks. We want any more alcoholic drinks. So in theory, that's all of these. And this one. You bastard. It didn't do it. Should be able to highlight a batch, and then we'll open. Click on one, scroll down, click on the last one. It should open all of them. No, didn't seem to want to do it. Okay, let's do it the old-fashioned way. Yeah, my biggest fear was going to be that it would just run like arse, because I know that the Fallout 4 kit did for me. Works for you. Huh, weird. No biggie. It's all good. We'll just do it this way. I'm used to doing things a stupidly long-winded way anyway. I've got the patience for it. Come on, we want to get into the game. Let's do okay. I want to get rid of all of this shit. I was quite shocked when I realised how, like, everything was just 30 minutes for food and drink. I was like, what? What's going on? The other thing that I was interested in doing was amending the 20 minutes for tier 1 and bringing it down to 10, but I think it would probably do one of two things: exacerbate the issues and have too many form edits on items. Exacerbate the issues of the waiting around and things just get wiped and whatnot. I'm not convinced that that is everything there. I'm going to have a quick look, but I think it actually is. No, yeah, I think it is. Right, so the other stuff that we've got are food produce. So there are certain foods that I felt should also help to hydrate you. And I changed those too. So the question is, what did I do? Celery, grapes, and lettuce are ones, so not carrots. Celery. That's interesting. What's this thing? It's got a nipple. Lemon. Oh, okay. That's just like your lemon and your lime. So it is celery. Did we do lemon and lime? I think I did. Yeah. Grapes, lettuce, orange, peach, pear. I do a plum, tomato and watermelon. Did I do a plum? Yeah. And then what I did for these was I added hang on a minute. I did add them both, didn't I? Yeah. Alright, I took these bad boys, copied the stack, and pasted it. Cock and balls. Oh, you absolute bitch! You're going to do that to me. Really? Fine, we're going to take a different route. I'm going to do something smart-ish, maybe, probably not here. And I'm going to do drink 1 tier effect and drink 1 tier description effect. I'm going to copy that stack, cancel the watermelon, reopen it, and then I'm going to do a paste so that we get the stack of the 2 that we want in addition to the food ones. And then all we've got to do is paste this stack on the end of all of these, and would you know it, that's 10 times easier than the hell I went through a week ago, or a couple of weeks ago. Oh my god, that was so much fucking easier. Right. Nice. So we've got the diddly diddly doos, the doobry doobles, whatsy doobras, wonky wonkies. I think we've done it here. So we also have... Do we have any other foods that we had done here? We got chunk packs for apples. And I think that's it. I also added it to these. Nice. And then what's left to do is very interesting. So I think now that I've done that, that's pretty much it. I can safely close xEdit, I believe. I can save this. Hopefully, I've recreated everything successfully. And now what we'll end up with in Mod Organizer, if we give this a refresh, is we'll end up with SSS ESP. I'm actually going to go ahead and edit the survival sandwich to old. Won't let me do it. It's being a dick. I thought we closed xEdit. xEdit, would you die, please? xEdit, you've got to go. You've got to go. Go away. There we go. Right, cool. Try again. Old. There we go. Right, so it's old. And then what we want to do is take this name and we actually want to update this. So I'm going to close the CK. I'm just going to refresh this. I'm going to go into our... It's just been an arsehole. Go into the override. I'm going to rename this to Starfield Survival Sandwich. And this is our ESP. So this is now our sort of editor file. I'm just going to drag that into the Survival Sandwich mod here. I'm actually going to close Mod Organizer. It's being a knob. Right, then we're going to reopen it. We're going to go open into here. So we've got the old ESM and we've got Sandwich ESP. And what we need to do is now quickly load up xEdit. And I wonder if it will let us load in our new ESP. I'll be interested to see. Will it support them? I shouldn't really need to throw it in here at all, but out of interest. Why is it loading that? Leave that to its thing and load this up. Thinks it's a master file. That's bizarre. I'm going to ignore that. Shit, is that now not active? Oh, there it is. Plugin file. Set that plugin file as active. Give that a moment. I'm wondering if it's maybe worth uploading this to YouTube as a VOD. It's not something I'd usually do, but because I haven't got the time at the moment to just whip up videos like there's no tomorrow, then this could help people in terms of just general navigation and seeing some things being done just to help kind of, I don't know what you guys think. Oh, it will load. It will load one day. Welcome on in, Rez. Right, I might do that then. I'll probably just stick like an intro at the start of it, like hello. Right. Let's do. Let's do this. So I think now what you can do I'm going to back this up first. I'm going to right click and I'm going to create a backup. Second backup in Mod Organizer before I fuck everything up. And essentially, now that I've got my plugin, my ESP, that's not what we're going to use to upload. We're going to now compact the form IDs for a small master and hit maybe, because it's already making changes to something else, so it's going to be its new forms, right? Fuck it. We'll compact it, and then we will convert the active file to a small master, so it's basically going to become an ESL. Be an ESM marked as an ESL. And that will have been created, and then in theory we could probably check it in thingy. I probably didn't need to bother compacting it, to be quite honest. But hey. And now that that's happened, if we just do a quick refresh in Mod Organizer, we've got our Starfield Survival Sandwich, and it's given us an ESM. And if we hover over it in Mod Organizer, hopefully you can see there, it says this ESM is flagged as a light plugin ESL. It will adhere to the ESM load order, but the records will be loaded in ESL space FEFF. You can have up to 4,096 light plugins in addition to other plugin types. So now, in theory, I could enable that. The saved game, should recognize my should in theory recognize it as having never left, because it's mostly the same record changes, and we can kind of load it and see. I have some tests here. I wasn't really entirely bothered about those. I'm just going to delete them. 2 ESMs, that's 2 ESP. Starfield Survival Sandwich is in there. That's going to go in there. So that's part of the mod. This is going to go into my cache. Scripts. I don't believe I made a change to that script. I'm wondering if that came with these. See, the frustrating thing is that I'm already feeling the need for an anniversary edition content picker, but obviously this isn't anniversary edition, but like a Starfield content picker, but that would be horrendous to upkeep if they're going to be pushing out a lot of official content on a regular basis. That would just be boring as fuck. Starfield CK is new, and between your installation video and Inno's tutorial video and this, people get a good idea of where things are, how CK is working, stuff like that. Okay, yeah, I'll put it up on YouTube. Right, hang on, let me just kind of... Oh shit, wrong button. Close that down. Go. Right, there we go. And then blah blah blah, close that. Then we're going to pause the music, and we're going to go in... No, we're not. No, we're not going to change mode, because I play this in ultra wide, so we don't need to. We don't need to go into that mode. We can do. Where is it? We've got it there active. So we don't activate our ESP. You do not use the ESP. That is purely for your creation kit endeavors. That is like the what I'm editing at the moment. We obviously don't use the old ESM. That's the one that we're throwing away. That was made in purely xEdit. And then I would hope that all of these mods, if they haven't already, I'll have to check them, have been recreated and shifted and moved around or whatever using the actual creation kit is what we want to see next. If you see any ESP files on the Skyrim Nexus, I think you're asked to notify Nexus about it, because people shouldn't be using ESP files. And that is a very quick, simple video that needs to be made that is basically... Guys, not ESPs anymore. We're doing ESMs, and they are light, medium, or large. And I think that's the kicker. It's like blah, 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 what? So people might be doing it accidentally, but I think over time people are going to figure it out and be sort of told off enough and pointed to stuff. All right, Starfield Survival Sandwich. Let's do. Nope, not that one. I need to get that resource hacker, I think, Phantom, and update my executable. So, from what I can see so far, Star UI shouldn't and doesn't appear to have been broken at all, because there weren't really any UI changes. Ammo types, icon labels, enhanced player, health and boost bar. I haven't fully checked all this, but I think most of it's fine. If you're using the clean field and intro fix to remove any crap that Bethesda put on there, I don't know if this has been updated. No, it has not. That means that this was crashing the game for me. Get rid of it. If you're using it for now, it don't work. You're going to have to put up with Bethesda's advertising, I'm afraid. Favorites menu, no vignette. I think that's probably okay. I imagine most of these are going to be all right. A lot of this shouldn't really have a problem. They're just, yeah. So, anywho, let's do this. Let's hit the magic button. Let's zoom back out so we can see the whole screen. They've already updated SFSC. That's not rolling off my tongue yet. Along with the address library, which is amazing, and a couple of the other main mods have already received updates. So there we go. Yeah, this shit that they like to stick at the top right, where it's like, yo, the game updated! Woohoo! It's like, I know, I watched the download happen. And I saw the video. And I read the patch notes. I don't need this horrible box on my screen! But anyway, it's there, and we're going to live with it. Yeah, good shout, Phantom. That was also updated. No, ESPs are purely for, as I understand, for what you're making in the kit. And then you've got to sort of export them, so to speak, as ESMs. Right, this is going to run like a granny having an aneurysm. So I'm surprised it's not choked itself to death already, to be honest, because I'm streaming, but there you go. Having a nice nap, Sarah. Having a nice nap. Right, let's... Food. Yeah, it will be a bit dark. I like my game dark, so I'll have to make some adjustments for streaming. So far, so good. Supernova, refresh for 20 minutes. Hydrate for 30 minutes on the Terra Brew Classic. Battle Meal, fed for 30 minutes. Can I remember the console command already for the meatloaf, which was something like... No. Nope. Nope. Let's do... It's got a 29 in it, I think. Yeah, there we go. 29B. I was pretty close. And then we'll do that one. So I'm just going to give myself a bit of meatloaf, and that is well fed for 60 minutes. Malderoth, thank you for the gifted sub to Raccoon Dance. Thank you very much. It's awesome of you. Welcome on in. So that's your meatloaf. That's your nourished. That's your battly thingy. This is refreshed. Have we got something that does more hydrated, and then we want well hydrated, which I believe sparkling... I'll just put help spark, and then it should hopefully find something. No. Yes. That would be sparkling water 304cc. I don't even have to add the one anymore. I know it just adds it, but I don't know. Force a habit. No bollocks. It's not sparkling. It's what you call it? What you bloody call it? Thingied water. That's yeah. I just typed help. I didn't even put anything. I just typed help. Help water. What is it? What am I after? Not corrosive water. I'm not drinking that. What is it? Not a drink pack. It's something else. Distilled water. That was the one. I know that's got like the toppest of topness. 3. That's it. Still added the 1. Right, distilled water. There we go. That's 60 minutes. So let's go with... Do we have any effects at the moment? We do. We're currently fed for just under 30 minutes and well hydrated. And we've got this from drink pack and thingy meal. And then if we were to... I need a freaking seat. So I'm not streaming it at the minute. It keeps shitting itself. Let me sit down. I'm the one thing that I'm a little bit kind of... what is... Why do I have to sit down to be able to wait? I get the logic behind it, but it's kind of annoying. I'm just going to let a couple of hours pass. At the moment, that's a bit weird with the drink system. It says dehydrated, malnourished, and then that's knocked those off. So what we then want to do is do aid, and let's start with Nourish Choco Bites. And then, no, I don't want to shoot anybody. I want the statuses. Right, there we go. So we want nourished. And this is being a bit weird with nourished at the minute. There's 2 issues with this. So these are just carrying over from the last version. But nourished is there. Interesting. And then if we were to do something a bit stronger, such as... that, is that then going to override it? Because that's the other thing. So it seems to have gotten rid of nourished and replaced with fed. Interestingly, it's still showing 2 icons, which might change, which I'm guessing was to do with that, but it isn't. Ignore that for the minute. And then the other thing is, what if we then decided to do meatloaf? Then it's gone to 3, and that has not gotten rid of well fed. So what it's probably not doing is doing the getting rid of... I think I know what I've forgotten. I think I've forgotten to add the keywords. Basically, there's got to be a bunch of keywords that it will debuff the effects of. That's probably what I've forgotten. So now what we would do is we would load up the creation kit, and we would now open our ESP file and then make the changes and then re-export a fresh ESM file as a Lightmaster, as an ESL. Yeah, I don't like the look of Better Console. It puts like a non-Starfield UI thing on it. I don't think I really need it. I'm not too fussed. What about mineral water? I'm going to remember which it is. I've done it now anyway. Yeah. So, right, now what we want to do here is we want our plugin file. So we'll set this as active. I think this is something that I'd missed from my xEdit version. So whenever you consume something of a higher tier, it needs to actually wipe away the magic effects of anything from the lower tiers. I'm going to go ahead while this loads and put the oven on, or my balls are going to be lopped off if there's nothing to eat when my partner gets home. That's the wrong mode. I've done it again. That's the wrong mode. We're in the wrong mode. We're not Skyriming. We're in the wrong mode. There we go. Come on, that's it. Also, because this is loading and I told the media player to play the next song, it ignored me because it's not done anything yet. Stop. Bloody hell. You might get music in a minute. You might not. I'll be back. Oh, there it is. Hey Google, set an alarm for 10 minutes. Right. So let's have a look at this. What we want to do is on the magic effects. Now, is it on the magic effect? Might be. Let's just open up tier 3 of drink. Over anyone using MO2 has a new dev build. Listen, dev builds now has support for new CK stuff. Yes, that's another thing. There's so there's so much weird shit that is going to stump people, and unless they hunt down the answers on the internet, they're just not going to know. Like the plugin enable thingy isn't needed anymore, and you just need the latest version of MO2, which isn't on the fucking Nexus, as you say, Phantom. It's on their Discord. You have to join their Discord, go to the right section, get the download, overwrite your existing MO2, and then refresh it, and it fixes everything, and then you can get rid of the plugin enabler, because now that doesn't work with the latest update. And the amount of people that aren't going to find that and figure that out and know, and they've just got a broken game. But I haven't got the capacity to make all the videos. It's quite annoying. Dispel effects with these keywords. So tier 3 would need to dispel anything with refreshed and hydrated. So that's already set to do that. So what about this one? Yeah, they only put official releases on, but this is kind of a release you need. So, but then they don't want to put an unstable version up on Nexus. So it's refresh potion keyword. That gets rid of refresh. So this is already set up. I don't know why that's not doing it then. Dispel effects with these keywords. So what about the food? Because the food's the one that was being interesting. So anything with the nourished keyword for 2 is to be dispelled. And then anything with the nourished or the fed is to be dispelled there. So that's interesting. So let's have a look at where these keywords are utilised. Used in potion 1 and tier 2 and 3. Sus potions, yeah, these are right, see, because these are... That's well fed. That's fed. That's nourished. It's well fed. So why the fuck isn't it doing it? Still haven't figured out what these dummy effects are doing. Amount of comments I get if it breaks something. Yeah. Ah, bloody hell. Okay. Dummy. What is dummy for? Fire and forget. Dummy, no, I can't see that these dummy effects are doing anything whatsoever for this system. There's no explanation on them whatsoever. I have no idea what they're for, and they're just used on sus, and they don't do anything. So I'm wondering if they're even needed. Regardless, these are effects, aren't they? There are... Is this... No. Like when you open them fully, is it? These are like miniaturized versions for viewing. Interestingly. Magnitude, number... And that's 3 global. Conditions that the global are on. Then that takes... Alright, I'm going to leave it at that. I think that's fine. I mean, it's going to function the same as it was before. I can probably do more testing afterwards. But I think for the most part, that's fine. Be interesting. I didn't want to do this. Load old up. Thank you for the follow, reckon. Where's old? There it is. Starfield Survival Sandwich old. Please don't fucking die on me. Please just load this easy. Come on. I guess I better start playing Starfield now before I'm tempted to mod it into oblivion. That's what I was trying to do, and then they brought the kit out. Yeah. That's what I tried to do. I was like, now that I've got SFR3 and I can actually run it on a 4K ultra wide without it pooping itself, I can play it, and then when the kit comes out, I'll have played it and can then mod it because I've already played it. But no. I'm stuck modding it now. I need to actually play it. I wanted to play it once I've got this sorted. Let me have a quick look at something. Magic effects. No, ingestibles. Did I add keywords in, or did I not need to? Yeah, I didn't really need to. They were already in here. They were already there. I just added additional to what was already there. So there's no reason that should have needed any additional changes. And then for the magic effects for these really just needed... those being tweaked. They were done. I think this is doing the same now as what it was before, in which case I'm happy with it and I'll upload it later on. I don't think I made any changes to that. So I'm going to ignore it, mostly. Alright, cool. Not a modder yet, we can fix it. Can download it here tonight and get making a mod. Something to be very aware of, guys. It's on my video. I'll post the video in the chat real quick. It is a relatively simple installation, but something that I mentioned in it are the requirements that technically requires a ridiculous amount of RAM. So prepare yourselves. This is what I'm after. How do I just like copy video URL? Here we go. So that's the new video. It's purely just installation, dead simple for the most part, but it requires silly RAM requirements. I don't know why. This is ludicrous, but 32 gigabytes of RAM minimum and 48 recommended, which is nuts. Right, Google's going to tell me off in a second. There we go. Stop. Not everybody's going to have ludicrous amounts of RAM. I think I've got a 64 gig, if not more. System info tell me. Yeah, 64. Alright, cool. I think what I'm going to do then, I was planning on playing a little bit, but I think this wraps up quite nicely as kind of a video for YouTube as well, just so people can kind of get their head around sort of, oh, how do I load a mod? What happens with ESP? How do you do the ESM? Blah, 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 blah. All that stuff might help, rather than me just trying to play it for like 10 minutes. Doesn't really make any sense, but maybe in the next stream. So plans going forward, really, I want to get that sandwich out there as an updated proper ESL, and yeah, I think I've really just got to toy around with it and then do a few more videos for it, but mainly I want to get back to playing the game, so that I can actually, you know, not have everything spoilt for me in the creation kit and continue to actually enjoy it a bit. I'm in no mega rush. There were two things that I wanted mainly, which was a pretty much busy follower framework in this, but I think that's going to be a lot more challenging than first thought. But I could do some stuff maybe with followers. I've got to have a little poke around. And the other thing was a simple outfit manager for this as well. But again, I want experience of the different types of planets that I go on, different types of areas. I need to know what that mod needs to actually achieve. So yeah, look out for new YouTube content. I'm going to be making new videos on this as and when I can. I've already covered the installations I posted in the chat. I'm also going to be covering just how to make a basic mod, as I've done in this video here, but more of a streamlined, cut down video to hopefully help people to understand it. And then I'm also going to be making videos for just other odds and sods things that you can do, anything that I feel like, you know, we need to know about, like the new layout system for the kit and things like that, and where some of the new hidden stuff is, some of the other fancy features, just basic navigation of the kit, all that kind of stuff, and go from there. Really, I've got a nice foundation together for all those videos now. I've got a bit of a style going that I've kept for a while, so I'm gonna kind of run with it. Otherwise, that is just about it from me. Whether you've watched this on Twitch Live or you watch it on YouTube later on, thank you all very much for watching. I'll be streaming again when I can. I am a little bit ill at the moment, hence a bit of the coughing in this, so I apologise. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your days, everybody, and I will see you in the Starfield.